press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Photosynthesis is the process by which plants use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen. During this process, light energy splits water molecules into oxygen, which is released into the atmosphere. The energy from the light also helps produce molecules that are used to form glucose from carbon dioxide. This glucose provides energy and serves as a building block for the plant, supporting its growth and development. The oxygen produced is a byproduct that plants release into the air, which is essential for the respiration of most living organisms. Computer technology has advanced remarkably over the years. Initially, computers were massive, room-sized machines with limited processing power. They used vacuum tubes and were very costly. As technology progressed, these were replaced by smaller, more efficient transistors and then integrated circuits, which made computers more accessible and powerful. Personal computers emerged in the 1970s, becoming compact and affordable for home use. In recent decades, advancements in microprocessors, memory, and storage have led to incredibly powerful and portable devices like laptops, tablets, and smartphones. This chart shows the number of total passenger miles by mode of transport in Britain between 1995 and 2015. Over this period, passenger miles in a car rose steadily, from 300 billion in 1995 to 360 billion in 2015. Like transport wasn't so consistent, the passenger miles traveled using this mode fell to a low of 30 billion in 2005, but then rose to about 60 billion in 2015. From 9 to 40 weeks, fetal development progresses rapidly. At 9 weeks, the fetus is about 1.5 inches long, with developing organs and limbs. By 12 weeks, facial features are defined and movements begin. At 20 weeks, the fetus is about 6 inches long and can respond to sounds. By 24 weeks, it has a more developed nervous system and may react to stimuli. At 32 weeks, it starts gaining weight and filling out. By 37 weeks, the fetus is considered full-term, with mature organs and a ready-to-birth body, growing to about 17 to 20 inches long by 40 weeks. This graph shows that globally messaging apps were significantly more popular than social networks by 2017, with roughly 3,750 monthly users as opposed to around 3,250 monthly users on social networks. In fact, the number of monthly users for messaging apps started to exceed the number of social network users in 2014. From then on, the number of users for social networks increased steadily, and the number of users for messaging apps rose more rapidly. This chart shows that between 1996 and 2018, global spending on luxury items grew significantly from 80 billion to about 260 billion euros. At first, there was a steady increase up until the year 2000, when spending remained the same for a few years. Then in 2004, spending began to climb rapidly again, before reaching a noticeable peak in 2009. From 2010 onwards, global spending seems to have recovered. After 2016, the pending balance remained at almost the same level. The bar chart shows the market shares in percentages for 7 supermarket companies in 2018 and 2019. The company with the largest market share in 2018 was Friends Supermarkets, with 23%. In the second and third places for the same year were Woodbead and Sons, and third place for the same year were Woodbead and Sons and Polifino Hypermarkets. These 3 supermarkets were in the top 3 in 2018. But Jarsdale Megastores moved to third place with 17% of the market share in 2019. The remaining supermarkets all increased their market shares. The graph shows the top 3 sources of electricity in the UK during the years 2009 to 2019. The most used source is natural gas, which began as the most used with 45% and finished in 2019 with just under 40%. All 3 sources showed a decline in the use of coal, which fell dramatically. Starting at just under 30% by 2019, the figures dropped to under 5%. Figures for nuclear power decreased from 20 to around 18%. This graph shows that the number of hospital beds per 1,000 people worldwide gradually decreased, while the number of doctors per 1,000 people worldwide slowly increased between 1990 and 2010. The number of hospital beds started at about 3.3 per thousand and then went up to 3.4 before falling to a little more than 2.5 in 2010. On the other hand, the number of doctors started at a lower level of about 1.2 and then went up to about 1.3 in 2000, increasing a little more in 2010. The bar graph illustrates social media usage in Australia by age and gender. The 25 to 34 age group leads with 2,583,000 users, while teenagers and older adults use it the least, with 248,500 and 861,000 users, respectively. Gender differences are minimal overall, but among teenagers and older adults, more females engage with social media than males. The graph effectively shows that social media is widely used in Australia, with significant engagement particularly among the 25 to 34 age group. The graph shows the proportion of Australians working and studying for the year 2019. There was a higher percentage of males working or studying compared to females for all age groups except for teenagers. After the age of 20, males surpassed females in terms of the percentage of those engaged in work or study. Between the ages of 30 and 39, their range of employment increased by around 90%. The percentage of females working continued to steadily decline, falling to just over 40% in the oldest age group for the over 50s. The United States consistently had the highest number of international students, ranging from 850,000 to nearly 1 million. The UK, the second most popular destination, saw relatively steady but lower enrollments at just over 400,000. Meanwhile, Australia experienced a steady increase in international students, rising from around 300,000 to over 400,000. The data indicates that the US leads in popularity, followed by the UK and Australia, which may soon surpass the UK as the second most popular destination. The bar chart illustrates the percentage of free time British people spend on devices by age and gender. Device use is highest among those aged 25 and under, with men spending 35% and women about 29% of their leisure time on devices. Usage declines with age, reaching the lowest at 12% for men and 10% for women in the 56 and over group. Overall, men spend more time on devices than women across all age groups. Thus, younger individuals tend to spend a larger portion of their free time on devices. This bar graph depicts the change in population of Indian metropolitan cities, i.e. Mumbai, Kolkata, and Delhi, from 1981 to 2011. It is clear that the population of Mumbai was the highest in comparison to Kolkata and Delhi from 1981 to 2011. And the population of Delhi increased in 2001 and passed the bar of Kolkata from 2001 to 2011. In conclusion, Mumbai has the highest population, and Delhi and Kolkata's population varied with ups and downs from 1981 to 2011. The bar chart shows the number of small and large farms in 3 countries. Small farms of 50,000 square meters or less, and large farms are 500,000 square meters or more. Country C has the largest number of small farms and the lowest number of large farms. Country B has the same number of small farms as large farms, while Country A has the fewest farms, with only 300 in total. The bar chart shows the percentages of youth at weekends in urban and rural areas. The most popular activity in both places is using social media, accounting for just over half of the time. In contrast, sports and physical activities were the least popular weekend activities in cities and the countryside, at 3% and 10%, respectively. Interestingly, young people in towns visited them far more than in rural areas.